Ooh, Slim, look at this rock I got here. Look at this. You poor fool. I'm telling you, there's gold. Why you always gotta argue with me? Slim, I'm telling you, there's gold in this rock.
Hey, gold chump.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Ah, it's a rock.
What? Are you kidding me? Oh, why you always gotta argue with me? I'm telling you, there's gold in there. Hey, did you hear that?
No, what?
I thought I heard something, Slim. Did you hear it?
No, I heard of it.
I thought I heard something, Slim. I thought I heard claim jumpers.
Nah.
I got a good ear for that. You know that. Ooh, you stay here, Slim. Forget that. I'm gonna go see if there's claim jumpers.
Be careful, chump. I don't want to be left up here alone.
Ooh, I just know there's claim jumpers there. Ooh, looks like claim jumpers. I knew it. Oh, yeah. Got me a claim jumper. Oh, yeah. Come get some, boy. Yeah! Go get some more! Oh.
I don't think that's a claim jumper, chump.
Oops!
Yeah, oops.
Oh, yeah. You ain't no claim jumper. I know you. You ain't no claim jumper.
No, I'm not.
Who are you anyway?
I'm coming from Pat Keene. He wanted me to bring this to you.
Oh, then you know Pat then.
Yep.
Hey, I know what that is. That looks like one of those new DRYWASHER. Then that must be one of those new 140S machines, huh?
Yes, sir.
Is it for me?
Yes, it is.
I knew it. I knew it. Ooh, I know all about these things. These things are really good at getting gold, and they've been modified so they can do a better job than the old 140 machines. Say, hey, I know a good spot right down the hill. We can get some gold, hopefully a whole bunch of it. So you know what I'm gonna say, huh?
Yeah, I do.
So come on, let's go. I know, I'm dying out here, but you know what? I'd do anything for gold. Okay, what am I doing? Well, I got a little sample or prospect pit right here. See this? And I got a little trail of limonite in there. Now, this is put down by the old timers. We're in the waste piles, or mine dumps as they're called. And you can see an old rotted out piece of wood timber right there from the mine, see that? And I found an old drilling rod too in there. Anyway, there's some old limonite. Now, I don't know if there's any gold in there because they were pretty good about not throwing away the good stuff. But I'm gonna sample it anyway to see if there's any gold. And that's the first thing you should do too, is if you start finding any traces of red, especially around these old mines, that's iron oxide, and there could be gold in it. Because remember, gold rides an iron horse, or gold wears an iron hat. Woo-hoo-hoo. So, I'm gonna go sample this, see if there's any gold in it. So you know what I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna say it, but I'll say it anyway. So come on, let's go. All right, now, the first thing you wanna do when you're setting these guys up, at least the Keenes, is you're gonna put the hopper face down. They're designed to fold open that way, and then it's really easy to put these legs on. Now look at this, come closer, I wanna show you something. Keene put these cool little snaps on here, so you don't gotta worry about pushing those little spring-loaded divots in there. Oh, that used to hurt my finger. So you just pull out on it, it locks, and then you can slide your bar in. And then when you're done, you turn it like such, and then the little lock slides on in like such. See that? It's magic. So anyway, I'm gonna put this thing together, this part, and I'll show you how to hook the box up, okay? Here we go. All right, I told you about these little snap locks. And like I said, you got 3 holes there. I like to put mine in the first hole because it puts this classifier box here, this hopper, at a very steep angle. Makes that material run off really easy so you don't have to worry about scraping it. Now look at this. See this? This is the box right here. Vibration box. There's a whole bunch of new modifications to this thing, and I'm gonna show you each one. And it's really easy now. Instead of having those old push locks on these clips, they got spring-loaded ones. So it's a whole lot easier just to get your hand in there, see that? And you just hold it up, and these little guys just clip right in. It ain't any easier than that. And then you just hook the chain up like you normally do until you get everything dialed in. And then I'm gonna take the box apart and show you what's inside, because I know that's what you wanna see, huh? Yeah, me too. All right, see this hopper box? Everything about it's different. Now I'm gonna take it out so you can get a good look at this. All right, now take a look at this. See that? Everything about this is different. you got this polycarbonate plastic board on the back, see that? And you see how you got these machined squares here? See that? Well, the reason behind that is because they want to create dead air zones behind these riffles. See that? You put the light through there, you'll see that it blocks the air. And in the old days, if you remember, we had to put tape back here. That would stop the airflow and it would create a dead air zone behind these riffles so the fine gold wouldn't get blown out. Well, Keene knew this, and so they machined this special piece of board. And the reason why it's polycarbonate is because you've got another piece of polyester material in here. This creates static electricity when the air blows through it, see that? And when it creates static electricity, it transfers it to this polycarbonate board, which holds the static electricity. And then what that does is, if you know anything about gold, gold is basically affected by static electricity. The fine gold will actually stick to it. I know a lot of people are going to argue with me, but it's true. So this is going to create the static electricity. This is the polyester matting, and it actually helps create a positive airflow. And you see I got this machined metal surface in here, aluminum. Yeah, you see that? Now what that does is it corresponds with the lines that are on here. So the two go together, they mate together, and it squeezes it tight on this polyester matting. And what it does is it creates that really powerful, almost 0.7 milliamp static charge, and it gets held in this polycarbonate board right here, so it helps to hold the gold in this new type of matting. See that? That's a new screen, and then he's got even a finer screen on the top there. Now come here, take a look at this. Inside the box here, you got this really super heavy duty counterweight. You see that? Woohoo! That's a monker. That's a monker and a half. And the reason why it's so big is because you're going to have extra vibration on here, because I'm going to show you some dampening little bars on the back here that help vibrate this hopper. Now, one more thing I got to show you on here. Look at this. See these little tiny pins back here? Yeah, see all that? Well, Keene Engineering realized in the old days that the material would drop down and beat on the top of your box and put holes in your matting. So they put this block here to help diffuse all the material. And then these little pins here, what they do is they disperse the material so it comes across here evenly, and it goes into the top of your riffle tray a lot more evenly. So it doesn't beat up the riffle tray, and it flows across it more evenly. Pretty clever if you ask me. So you got all these things working together. I really like this polyester matting to create that static charge in there. Nobody else has got anything like that. And there's one more thing in the back. Actually, there's two more things in the back I want to show you. So I ain't gonna say it because you're probably getting tired of hearing it, huh? What's that? No? Okay, so come on, let's go. Okay, he snuck up on me, stop that. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, the first thing you notice on the back of the box is this weird looking label. See that? I ain't never seen anything like that. It looks like an American flag, and it says made in the USA. What the heck does that mean? Where does something like that come from? I don't know. I haven't seen it in about 50 years. Okay, so what do we got here? We got two different things I've never seen on a box before. You got this weird looking thing in the back, which looks like a sliding plate, and then you got these bump stops back here. See them on the side of the box? All right, now the way that these work is like this. If you open up this butterfly and push up on this gate, this acts like a throttle valve. I know it sounds weird, but what it does is I can increase or decrease the amount of pressure inside of the box. And by doing so, I can reroute air out here, which increases the spin or vibration on that fan. Now, when you tighten this guy up, don't tighten him up too much, because he's just gonna be pushing up against this plastic here, and you'll actually rupture the box if you crank down on it with more than enough pressure. So now, these little guys on the side, these are called bump stops. How do they work? Well, I got one on each side, and the way it works is it holds, I know it sounds weird, but check it out. It holds this lower tray box in place. And you're thinking, Jeff, if it does that, how the heck is it gonna vibrate? Well, that's the neat thing about it. Keene figured out if they put a bigger fan in there with a bigger counterweight, increase the vibration, and then put these bump stops here, the vibration is transferred from the box to the hopper. So the box is vibrating, and so's the hopper, like this. See that? And so by doing that, you spend less time pushing that material down inside the hopper to get through that flow gate, and then of course across the riffles. That's pretty darn smart if you ask me. but I wanted you to see all these different features on the 140S. And of course the 151S is the same way, it's just a bigger version. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna hook this thing up, fire it up, and I'm gonna run some of this dirt through and see how well that new polyester matting in there tracks this fine gold, because I know I got fine gold in these mine dumps out here, because I've seen it and I've tasted it too. It's real good. Woo, wait, oh, there you are. I was looking all over for you. Okay, now before we get started, I gotta practice some safety tips here. All right, first safety tip is one of these guys, all right? Now, if you're gonna run one of these guys, you gotta have one of these guys. Why? Well, if you're gonna ask, then you shouldn't even be doing it. Okay, next one is these guys right here. What is that? Well, that's hearing protection, fool. You gotta put those in your ears, because after about 6 hours of running that leaf blower, woo-wee, you can't hear nothing. You know, it works good because that way I can't hear Slim snoring at night in the cave. And we're gonna dig this hole out. I guess the guy who brought the unit, he wants to get some gold too. I don't blame him, because I gotta have that gold too. I gotta have that gold too. So anyway, you know what I'm gonna say, huh? So come on. What? Let's go. Okay, so I got a little paintbrush right here. Why? You should always bring a little brush. I know it sounds crazy, but see, it makes cleaning the top of that tray off. And the reason why I like to do that is because when I pull out this riffle tray, I don't want any dirt to accidentally fall down in my box. Now, if that were the case, or if I got any dirt that got sucked up into that intake and ran through that tube, you have this little tiny port down here on the bottom. It's just got a little release. You open it like that, pull it out, you can tilt the box forward, and then all the dirt will run out if you got any little dirt in there or rocks or pebbles. Now, don't throw it away, because I've seen a lot of gold in there. So not a lot, but a little bit. So, so that's what that little guy is for, so you can clean him out in case you get any dirt in there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick cleanup and show you how to do that. You're gonna have to have a bucket. Don't lose this bucket. This is proprietary only for the cleanups, nothing else. Because I've seen some guys set it to the side and someone think, oh, I need a bucket. I gotta put something in there. Oh, I gotta get rid of that dirt. Ah, you threw away 6 hours of work. Okay, so you're just gonna lift that up gently. See that? And I got a little bit of dirt in there too. Just like that. And you can see where the air from the intake is actually blowing some of the dirt up on top of my polyester matting right there. And you're gonna put him in like such. The riffles are facing that way. Don't do it the other way. Put it in like such. Tap it. Make sure everything's out of it. Just like such. That's how you do a cleanup. Now you can gently clean the back side of this. That's another reason I like to bring these brushes. See that? I can just brush that dirt right off the back. I don't like using my hand because I'm afraid I'm gonna damage it. So I just brush that off lightly. See that? Okay, so I'll put him to the side. Put him face down. Don't do this because he's gonna pick up a bunch of dirt. All right, see that? There's my polyester matting. See, that's got a little bit of rocks in there. Nothing to write home about. See all that dirt on the back? I can just paintbrush him off. Ooh, I gotta love that. Okay, and then I got a little bit of dirt and dust in there. I can just kind of clean him out like such. And that way I got a nice good seal when I go to put that back in. See, I got a couple rocks up in there. See that? I don't like that. So I'm gonna get in there and clean that out. And at all your dry washers, you're gonna have to do this, okay? Because eventually you're gonna get some dust in there. It's inevitable. And once in a while, a little rock's gonna fall in there, and that's why they made this little plug down here. But bring your paintbrush with you, because that way you ensure that you got yourself a good seal. And then you just put it all back together, and everything's good. So, you know what we're gonna do next, right? I'm gonna pan it out. And there better be some gold in there, or I'm gonna get real mad. At who? At Slim, that's who! Oh, I tell you what, might make an old man out of you. All right, now think back to my other videos. Remember I told you, make panning so much easier. you classify your cons or your concentrates that you get out of that darn thing, because it's going to be a lot easier to pan. Remember the golden rule. Mike Punk told me this once and it stuck. He said, remember the golden rule, Jeff. The golden rule is this, is if everything is the same size in the pan, then gold rules. It's as simple as that. It's all about displacement. Some crazy stuff like that, I don't know. All right. Everything's in there. Classify them out. I'll hold him later for nuggets. Yeah, I know. Now I got a new pan. Now that's another thing I forgot to mention, because I know a lot of people don't talk about this. But when you're out panning, test panning, especially if you're test panning, you better wash that pan out every time that you get a new sample, because I've seen so many guys cross-contaminate. They'll go out there and they'll have a few bits of gold left in their pan from the last sample, and they won't clean it all out. They'll get some stuck in there. Sometimes they forget. And so they go to another place and like, oh my God, I'm finding gold everywhere. No, you just forgot to get the gold out of your pan. It just keeps staying in there. So make sure you clean your pan out. Now I got a brand new pan, so I know there ain't no gold in this pan. And yeah, you're gonna get wet. I had a couple guys saying, Jeff, I can't believe you can pan that fast. Guess what? I can't either. But yeah, you can pan that fast. Now, I got a lot of that limestone and a lot of that granite porphyry in there. That's what the gold's traveling in, that granite porphyry. All right, I'm gonna be real careful with that. Now I lost my son, and so I'm hoping you can see this if I got any gold. I don't know if I got gold or bullets, so I'm gonna try to get this over here. I ain't got no sun left. Let's see what's gonna be easier. I know, I feel like I'm dancing out. Okay, let's take a look at that. Got a lot of iron. Ooh, I don't see any gold yet. I don't see no gold. Come on, gold. I know you gotta have some gold in there. I'll shake that down. Woo, look at that. Look at that, see that? I got some little pieces and some big pieces. Oh, look at that. Let me get some of that ironstone out of there, see that? Look at that. Tap that up to the top. A whole bunch of little pieces in there too. That is nice. See that? Right up in there. There's some nice pieces in there, and there's some little tiny ones in there too. See that? Ooh-wee. That's not bad. I think we only ran for maybe, what, 45 minutes? We had a lot of fun today, didn't we? Let's see. Me and Slim got to shoot at somebody. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, wait. That's right. I forgot. Slim! Slim's still up on the hill. I forgot all about him. Why didn't you tell me that? I'm glad that we had fun today, and I hope you had fun too. And if you did have fun, please rate, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I know. And of course, leave me and Slim a comment, because we like to know what you think about all this craziness out here, huh? So until next time, this is Jeff Williams and
Gary Bass.
with That'sItWilliams.com, saying you got a Keen dry washer and you think you got the best? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet till you seen a 140S. So come on, let's go!